If you've never been inside a mossy forest in the Philippines, it's difficult to imagine how thick and confusing it can be. The trees are everywhere. Moss hangs from the branches. Vines cover the ground. Fog makes it hard to see. And sometimes, your flashlight can only show you a few feet ahead. On June 12, 2026, 60 people entered the forests of Mount Kalatungan in Bukidnon, but only 59 came out. One person was missing. His name was Alcar Zamayla. And this is the story of how a man disappeared in the middle of the mountains, seemingly without leaving a clear trace behind. Imagine you're hiking through the mountain. It's morning, sometime between 8 and 10. You're walking along the trail toward Camp 1. The ground is steep. You're tired. You're sweating. Your clothes are already wet from the heat and the climb. Among the hikers was 31-year-old Alcar Zamayla. He worked as an industrial safety officer. He was familiar with danger. He understood risks. And he knew how difficult physical work could be. That morning, Alcar was hiking without a shirt. He was tired and hot, but there was nothing that seemed unusual. Then, near a river, he met two other hikers. He asked them for some water. According to one witness, Alcar sounded completely normal. He didn't seem afraid. He didn't appear injured. He simply asked for water. They gave him some. He thanked them. Then he continued walking. The entire conversation lasted less than a minute. And those few seconds became the last known moment anyone saw Alcar. There was no scream, no sound of a struggle, no call for help. He simply disappeared. When someone disappears in the wilderness, search teams usually look for clues. A water bottle, a piece of clothing, a backpack, or even footprints in the mud. But in Alcar's case, the search found very little. For the next 2 weeks, local guides, K9 teams, thermal drones, and military search teams searched the area around the Portaline-Mendes route. But there was no clear sign of him, no backpack, no cell phone, no obvious trail. Nothing that could explain where he went. And that's what makes this case so difficult to understand. How can someone disappear in a massive forest without leaving a clear trace? It almost feels like the mountains swallowed him, but there may be other explanations. So, what could happen to someone who becomes lost on Mount Kalatungan? There are several possibilities. In a dense forest, it's easy to mistake a natural path for a real hiking trail. Rainwater can carve lines through the soil. From a distance, these paths can look like something made by hikers. You take a few steps, then a few more. And suddenly, you realize you're going the wrong way. You turn around. But now, everything looks the same. The trees, the moss, the fog. You may no longer know where you came from. Mountain slopes can also be extremely dangerous. The ground may be covered in wet moss. slippery roots, and thick grass. Some steep drops may be hidden by vegetation. One wrong step could cause someone to slip. They could slide down a steep slope and end up far below the main trail. In an area with thick trees and deep vegetation, finding someone from the air can be extremely difficult. Many people think hypothermia only happens in freezing places. But that's not always true. At high elevations, mountain temperatures can become surprisingly cold. If someone is wet for a long time and exposed to strong winds, their body can slowly lose heat. As hypothermia becomes worse, a person can become confused. They may make poor decisions. They may leave the trail. They may walk in the wrong direction. They may even follow a river or stream deeper into the wilderness. And once someone becomes lost in a dense mountain forest, finding their way back can become almost impossible. To this day, the case remains unanswered. There is no clear conclusion. No body has been found. And there is still no definite explanation for what happened to Alcar. Some believe the answer may be found in the dangers of the wilderness. Others respect the traditional beliefs of mountain communities, who believe that the forest should always be treated with respect. But whatever the explanation may be, one thing is certain. Mount Kalatungan is massive. It is wild. And once someone disappears inside it, finding them can be incredibly difficult. So, if you were standing on that mountain trail that morning, which direction would you have taken? What do you think happened to Alcar? Share your theories in the comments. And remember, always stay safe when you're out on the trails.